Hello, hello. Hi guys. It has been so incredibly long. I don't know, at least like a month maybe? It's been a while. I did tell everybody that I would be stepping away from YouTube and heading more into Twitch, which I did do that. If you haven't followed me on Twitch already, you can literally find me at Melba Toast. But the E is a 3. And I stream 4 days a week. I've got my schedule set up on all my social medias, which I'll be saying what they are in the end. So if you want to give me a follow, you can do that then. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications so you can stay tuned for more. But anyways, let's skip the intro. I have got on my spooky pajamas today, which y'all have seen before, so that's kind of lame, but whatever. I have decided to do a spooky video. Now, if you know me, have known me for any extended period of time, especially when I was younger, I've always been very infatuated with paranormal. It really started taking a place in my life around like middle school, early high school. I think that's when the vast majority of it all started. So let's hop into that. Let's talk about the most haunted house that I have ever lived in. I've experienced a lot of other paranormal things. I had a best friend growing up whose house was insanely haunted. Like, they had like ghost hunters, like one of those squads over there. I've had a lot of experiences with the paranormal. So if this does really well, I will totally make more, videos on the matter, because I love it. But anyways, let's just hop to it. For some reason, my mom loved Holly Hill so much. And for those of you who are not from South Carolina, Holly Hill is awful. It is literally like out in the boonies. It's not the boonies, it's just like not populated. Like at all. There was like a CVS, a Food Lion, some type of private school, and there was like a library that was literally like still inside of a house. Like nothing. There was nothing. There was like a Tractor Supply store, that kind of thing. Because literally, you're out in the middle of nowhere. Population was probably like 100 people. Anyways, my mom always really wanted to live there, point blank period. She loved like Victorian houses. She loved old houses, blah, 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 blah. And for some reason, she just had to move out there. It's like 45 minutes from civilization, and I went with her. Well, again, I was a high school kid that moved out in the middle of the boonies. We're not even to get into what my day-to-day life schedule-wise what was like living out there. Oh my god, I haven't recorded one of these in so long, I cannot talk. Like I said, if this video does really well, I will call my mom and have her talk more on the matter, because my mom is also very much so into the paranormal. And she had a lot of stuff that happened to only her because she was there a lot longer than I was beforehand and after. Now, so you go in the house, it was an older house, I can't think of what year it was, but it was older. And I mean, there really wasn't much to it. Like, you walked in the door, and there was like a separate part for the front porch. Like it was nice. There was like a stone staircase, and then you walked in, and I don't know what it's called because I've never lived anywhere, been anybody else's house that had that. It was like a green room, but it had a door, and it led you to the front door. Sorry if you can hear my dogs in the background, I apologize. So anyways, you walked in the front door, and then the living room was immediately to your right, and there was a hallway straight in front of you. So if you went to the hallway, the kitchen was to the left, the dining room was to the left, and then like this greenhouse kind of thing. It was very small, and we used it as our laundry room. It was like outdoor but indoor, outdoor but enclosed. How about that? So if you went back into the hallway, and the first door on your left was a den, it didn't even have a door, and it was amazing. It was like the best part of the house. The walls were all like this really nice, like shiny wood, like totally like cabin vibes. These like big not immaculate, but big wooden shelves hanging up, like floating shelves. a well carpeted room, like well maintained, just like the ideal den. But totally kind of odd in the house because, like I said, it gave you like cabin vibes. And nothing else in the house did, but whatever. So we kept going down. There was another spare bedroom right here on the left with a walk-in closet that I used for my storage. Then you went to the end of the hallway. There was a bath, full bath in front of you. My mother's bedroom to the left, and then my bedroom to the right with a bathroom that I never used that bedroom at all. But anyways, we'll get there. Anyways, so yeah, I'm trying to think of where it all started. Like, she told me that stuff had happened to her there, but it wasn't like anything too crazy. Like, she had went and stayed somewhere else for a while. Okay, this one was pretty weird. I don't remember if this was before or after me living there. I can't remember. She had went and stayed somewhere else temporarily. And when she came back, you know, it was still her house and everything. On those floating shelves in the den, I'm already getting chills, but I haven't even got there yet. On those floating shelves in the den, she had a bunch of books. My mom's a big book person. Well, when she got there, they were all laid out on the floor, like organized, like in rows. Anyways, I'll have to ask her more about some of her experiences. Because like I said, she had some different ones than I did. But anyways, one of the ones in particular that I remember was there was this little chick light that we had. It was like a little Easter light that was on top of the microwave. And sorry, I'm looking at my Instagram notifications. And it was up there for like a while. My mom's like really bad about taking down decorations. She just enjoys every holiday and decorations very much. It's not even like necessarily that she's lazy. Well, I'm sure that's part of it. But like genuinely, like the woman would leave her Christmas tree up all year because she liked it. Like it was not a I don't want to put it up kind of thing. Anyways, so one day I woke up and like this was after things had started. And it went from on top of the microwave to the opposite side of the kitchen on the floor in the corner. And you're like, okay, maybe it fell and rolled over there, whatever. No. Like, number one, had it fell, we would have heard it because it would have happened at night. And if my mom had opened the microwave and it had fell, she would have picked it up. It was, and not, like, the biggest thing is it was sitting upright. Like, this thing did not fall. It did not fall and roll over there and land upright. Like, it went from this side of the room on top of the microwave to this side of the room sitting up in the corner. So that was just, like, one of the more minor spooky things. Oh my god. Okay, this one's, like, one of the freakiest ones to me. Now, I know in every spooky, haunting, paranormal story that you hear, there's always a heavy door that doesn't open that opened. I literally know it's, like, the most generic thing ever. Okay, but I'm not kidding. This door to that little outdoor greenhouse, whatever, was so hard to open. Like, it had a terrible, like, rubber seal on the bottom. And, like, the moisture from outdoors, because, like I said, it led to outdoor to indoor, was really bad. Like, moisture is bad on doors. And we didn't use that door frequently because it was our laundry room. So I guess for some you would think it was, but I don't know. And it wasn't used like a, you know, an in and out of the house kind of door or a bedroom door. I apologize. They're driving me crazy. I think my husky's in heat again. Anyways, that door opened on two separate occasions. That door opened on two separate occasions, almost back to back. And like, it wasn't like the door flung open. It was like a, I didn't make a noise, but it was like a very slow opening. It's petrifying. And that just always freaked me out because that was not an easy door to open. And like, I was not as small as I am now back then. So like, things were not hard for me to, I know small people can be strong and stuff, but like opening bigger things is easier when you have more weight. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, I'm just working up to like the more spooky ones because I hate talking about it. Oh my God, I hate this one so much. This is probably like one of my scariest experiences, that just like chilled me to my bones. So I had my friend over, the only friend that ever came out there to visit, that came out all the time. So she, anyways, we were sitting there in the recliners in the den. We had 2 recliners, both on either side of the room. There was a couch in the back and there was a TV in front of us. And then I had like this book stand, or it was like a side table that had a magazine rack in the bottom. Do y'all remember those? Like, I feel like anywhere has those anymore. And it had a sensor lamp attached to it. So like, it was a lamp that went like this, then the side table, and then it had the metal pole ran down and ran into a magazine rack, and that was the bottom. So we're sitting there, and like I said, it was a sensor light. So my mom had bought this little pad, and you plugged it in the lamp somehow, or it came with it, I don't remember. And you would dip your little finger in the little hole, and you know, super bright, kind of bright, dark, off, right? We had this thing for a year, so it was not faulty, okay? Like, we'd had this in other houses. And we were sitting there, and it went off. And my friend looks at me, and I look at her, and we both know this house is spooky. Like I said, she was there all the time. And, she's still sitting in her recliner, and she's on the other side. I'm by the lamp, and she's like, if there's something in the room, touch it again. And my lamp cut on, and y'all, I swear to God, I literally jumped from my recliner into her lap. That was one of the scariest things I've ever experienced. It was horrible. And I think probably, like, there was other minor things. Like, we had a DVD player that was in that room. Obviously, it's where the TV was. And it didn't matter where the DVD player was because we had moved it to the living room on occasion. And it would just cut on and open all the time. And, like, I realize there can be faulty with electrical things, but, like, all the time, y'all. Like, all the time. It was obnoxious, and we never replaced it because we knew that it wasn't just a problem with the DVD player. But take that as you may. I know a lot of people don't even believe in these kind of things, which is fine. Everybody deserves to have their own opinion, but whatever. Going back to what I was talking about, I think probably my scariest, I know I just said the other one was more chilling. Okay, so my first experience with a shadow person. So it was really late, and I know 3 a.m. is very, very generic, but I'm gonna say it was around that time, which now for me is like super late. Like 9 out of 10, I'm at least in bed by 11, but the latest I stay up now typically is like 1 o'clock. I used to stay up all the time though. So I was sitting in that spare bedroom that I was talking about that I kept for pretty much storage. So I had my own bedroom, but I never used it because I was terrified of this house. And for those of you that know me, you're like, no, like, y'all, I literally slept with my mom, and I used to be like, you know, Mr. Macho Man, like, you know, like, I'm a bad beep, I'm a tough beep, like, I'm centering for YouTube. Like, that was not me at all. And I was just petrified of this house. So I literally slept with my mom the entire time that I lived there. So that was my room, but all that was in there was my bed that I did not sleep in. And I used the other room for storage because I hated that room. It was just so empty, and then, like, it was already spooky, so it only made it worse. But whatever. Maybe if I had moved my stuff into there, it would have been as empty. Whatever. Common sense. Who uses that? So I was in there folding clothes. Like I said, it's super late at night, and I'm just like, that room was like a freaking pigsty, and I was like, I need to put away some of these clothes, like I need to do laundry for the week, blah, 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 blah. And, like, you know, the house is crazy quiet, and it always was. You know, me and my mom shared her phone. We were, like, poor, whatever. I don't know why I didn't have my own phone. I think I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. We shared a phone, And I think for that night, she had it with her, whatever the case may be. If not, it wasn't an advanced enough phone to have like Spotify or something on. It was like a freaking BlackBerry. Not something to play music, and I wasn't willing to move a TV in there. So, you know, it's dead quiet. And all of a sudden I get chills. And so I turn my head and I look towards the door. And there is a woman. But she's not a woman. She is all black. And I don't feel like she's evil. I'm just petrified. It is the middle of the night, and there is a shadow figure staring down at me, and I didn't even know what these were until then. And it's crazy because, like, when you hear people talk about shadow people, almost all of the variations differ except for the fact that they're shadows. A lot of people say that they're staticky. A lot of people say that their features are very indistinct. A lot of people say that their features are very distinct. You know, you hear different stuff on and off. This woman to me was shaped almost like a cartoon, like a silhouette of like Cinderella. Like, does that make any sense? Like, not like her hair and stuff, just like her features. Like, it wasn't very blurry, like she just was black and had these very elegant, not exactly human, but not creature, just very odd features. And I just remember looking at her and she was gone. I got up, left the phone, left the clothes, left the light on, left the door open, and ran down the hallway and darted my butt in there with my mom and jumped in the bed and woke her up. Like, I was so freaking petrified. I don't know, but I do think this is gonna be more of a test video for me. But I'm going to leave this video at where it is now because it's almost at a good time frame. It might end up being a little bit of a short video, but I know that you guys do not react well to the long videos, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm gonna see how this video goes. And if y'all react well to the spooky videos, I certainly, even just with this house, like out of all the paranormal things I experienced, just with this house alone, I could call my mom and get some more of her stories and just get like more ammunition, and I'm sure it'll bring up more memories and more this and more that. So I would love to do more videos on the matter. I love paranormal stuff, so please let me know what you guys think of this. As I said earlier in the video, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications. You can find me on Instagram at Melba_toast_. You can find me on Twitch at Melba Toast. The only E is a 3. You can find me on Twitter at Belle Goodyear, BELLE Goodyear. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments what you think. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.